I got to thinking earlier, and I really don't talk about my machines, but I don't think I've ever talked about this one right here. I got it out of storage, and got it running again, drove it around since last fall. I put it away, I guess, last October, November, and I hadn't used it since. So I drug it out of storage, got the battery charged up, aired a couple of tires up, and good to go. This is a 1967 110 hydraulic lift, and I am technically the second owner of it. It is pretty much all original, and just feel kind of privileged to own it. I actually bought it from a guy in Florida, and it's originally from Pennsylvania. He moved down to Florida in the late 90s, and I've owned it for almost 2.5 years now. Just really one of those kind of special machines. Always taken really good care of. The engine's been worked on some. I have the receipts for that from the original owner, but as you see, it is pretty much the exact way it was purchased. With the headlights, that's all factory, and with the weights, the sleeve hitch back here is the way it was purchased. Everything, I haven't taken anything. If I take anything off of it, I put it directly back on. And came with the lights and the lighter, all which work. The floor mats all came on it. It was purchased at John M. Sanderson, the dealer in Elliotsburg, Pennsylvania. And the guy so the funny thing is, I bought it from the original owner's estate, and when I first kind of pulled up to look at the machine, it was non-running, and the fuel bowl was all cruddy and everything. Like this fuel bowl was all cruddy, and the idler was off of the hydraulic system, and there was no belt. And I got a box of manuals and everything with this machine, and the head gasket leaked, and I figured out kind of what I had, and I agreed to buy it. And then once I got it home, I started looking through the box, because I knew I was looking for this pulley and a couple other things, and sure enough, in the box was this belt, this pulley, this sediment bowl, and a head gasket. So the original owner knew exactly what was wrong with it, along with the rebuilt carburetor. I have the original carburetor. That's a new carburetor that he put on in the early 2000s, I think. But used it to drive his grandkids around the yard for the last several years. But just a really, really special machine, in my opinion. You don't find too many like this, and I figure I would kind of show you what it was. Like I said, it's a 67. I try to do as little as possible. He did repaint a few parts, specifically the deck and the draft plate. I have the serial matching deck. I have the original deck that came with the machine, along with the original blade that came with the machine. Had a cart that came with it. I opted not to keep that because it was a home-built cart. It wasn't a Model 80 or anything. And it's got the original dealer installation for the light kit. You can actually see the wires under there. It's just generally a pretty nice machine. And in terms of what really made the deal was, for me at least, was all of this paperwork right here. This is the original dealer warranty card that has the 110H, the mower, the blade. It also came with a Brindley Hardy cultivator, which I also have. There's the original bill of sale. Paid cash price was $1,315.25, and that was in, I believe, August. I'm looking for the date here. August 11th of '67. So that's when this machine was purchased. This was actually the thing that the holder that came on the belt that's on it now, and then came with a bunch of brochures. This is because it was purchased in '67. This is actually a very early 140 brochure. In fact, if we take it out here, date code on this brochure is 10 of '67. So this brochure would have just come out when this machine just come out, probably right before or right after the machine was purchased. And you know, it kind of goes over some of the 140 stuff for the '68 model year. It's got a lot of other, put this back in here before it gets dirty and everything. And here's a better copy of the original dealer invoice. Everything else here is brochures that he picked up after he bought it, probably during service, when he took it in for service. Has all of the service information. These are all invoices for service, including when it was rebuilt. Some point it was rebuilt. I can't remember where it's at, but anyway, yes, he actually had the engine honed out and re-rung. Then we have more brochures. This was the original 42 blade manual that he got with it. Came with 2 operators manuals, one of which I have in a different folder. This was the original one, came with it. I think he misplaced one of them and he bought another one. I'm not quite sure. And then here's the original 38 manual deck. And then I somehow ended up with this pre-delivery checklist for 70 in the same folder. And all of it was stored in this manila folder here. So kind of a cool piece. Like I said, I hadn't really talked about it, so I made some videos when I first got it with it running, and I don't even know if those are really public on YouTube. I don't think they are, because it's just me driving around on it. But here, we'll crank it up real quick, show you the lighter works. I don't think I need choke. It's already run. Uh-oh, the battery's dead. Yep. So I didn't run it long enough after I charged the battery up. So anyway, I got to push it back around to the other side of the garage. But here, show you I know I got enough power to power the lights. So lights work. I really haven't had to do much of anything in terms of the lights. And then we'll see if the lighter works. Lighter works fine. I don't smoke, so not really a purpose for it, but you know, still it's there. And so yeah, just kind of a cool machine in general. Hopefully, see if the lighter lights up here. Pull it out. No, you can't see it, but it's hot. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and maybe I'll show off some of my other machines that I have that I think are really cool. You know, original machines are really hard to find, and kind of, if you've watched some of my other videos, I kind of view it as I'm just a caretaker of them at a certain point in time. You know, eventually something happens one day, I'll sell it. I don't intend to sell it anytime soon, but anyway, thanks for watching.